I'm showing them. I don't care. I went through the pain. I just had the one chip challenge, and we didn't hit record.
Yeah. Yep. Well, we did hit record. It was just a battery mishap.
Battery issue, yeah. It just went off, and I guess it stopped.
Yeah.
Carolina Reaper Scorpion Pepper. Inside one extremely hot tortilla chip.
It was probably the most funniest faces I've ever seen in my entire life.
I was 100, maybe like 99.9% sure I could do this until I swallowed the actual chip, and it just went from like 3 hot to like 12 instantly. And 10's like the hottest hot I've ever had. My face started to tingle. Like, my face legit started to go numb. My fingers, like, it's like if you guys ever taken pre-workout mix.
Yeah, like
you
the
get
C4.
Get the tingles. But it was like the worst tingling because I was like, I'm about to pass. Like, legit, I've never felt it like I was going to pass out or faint my life.
His eyes were literally bright red. I've never seen anybody's eyes bright red. Like, it didn't look like it was like, oh, I got something in my eyes bright red. I mean, it looked like you ate something hot, and it was bright red with tears. Literally, his eye, like, around his eyelids were sweating profusely, and just tears were just running down his
throw up now.
face. And he looked at me at one point and said, in this chair right here, he looked at me at one point and goes, I'm going to pass out if I don't leave right now.
I did. My stomach is turning right now. Turning. So, bear with me, guys, today, because right this second, I do not feel good at all. I can feel it slowly moving down to my bottom gullet. Right now, I legit feel sick. But I look a lot better than I did like 10 minutes ago.
You look 8 shades of peach better.
Bro, I did not. You're supposed to. So what you do is you're supposed to eat it, and if you wait 5 minutes, it's a challenge, powerless. 10 minutes, powerful. 30 minutes, supercharged. An hour, invincible. I did not make it 2 minutes.
No, you made it to 3.
I made it to 3.
You made it to 3 minutes.
That's bad.
You made it to 3 minutes, but it was the very first thing he said. I was like, "How's it taste?" He said, "It tastes like hot dirt,
Spicy earth."
And then he brought pickle juice to subdue the hotness, and that did not work.
No,
at all.
Did not work at all. I feel like it worked for like 3 seconds every time I took a swig, and then it just got worse and worse.
I'm kind of happy though that you probably did. I don't know. Did you feel like you were drinking a lot of water?
Not as much. I went to the faucet and just rinsed it out more than anything.
Yeah.
But I feel like it wasn't. I drink a lot. It was more just sipping on pickle juice, which is probably a bad idea. Maybe milk next time. Sorry, I'm just trying to this chip is just moving through my body right now, and it is just destroying everything. And I'm just trying so hard to focus on not like throwing up or pooping my pants right now.
It's like that rocket ship game that just keeps annihilating everything in its path.
That's what's going through me right now. Sorry, it really hurts. It's like a fireball going through my body. But yeah, it tastes like spicy hot. I don't know, just like a constant burning sensation in my mouth and my lips.
Yeah,
my eyes. When I went to go rinse off my hands, I got a little bit on my eyelids, so we're good. I don't know if you can see my eyes.
They're not too terrible.
Really?
They were really bad at first. You look normal right now.
Good. So I felt like I got maced when I was in the bathroom.
You do. You look a lot more normal now than what you did those first 5 to 10 minutes.
Stomach is on fire. Feeling queasy.
So, anybody who wants to come on the show, we have like 10 more of these. So, come try it out.
I'm almost glad we didn't get that on film because that was bad. We sat right here in these exact spots and ate it.
And it was just me crying, laughing the entire time. I wasn't crying because he was hurting. I didn't know he was hurting as bad as he was.
Oh.
But it was me crying because everything that he kept saying just was funny as hell.
My brain just couldn't function. I was like panicking, about to faint, sweating, get like the cold sweats. Like this whole podcast, I'm just going to be recovering from this chip going through my body.
Probably.
Oh,
Sorry, Adam. I'm sorry, man.
that's all right. I went along with it. So I'm sorry we didn't get that for you all to watch. Maybe next time, but not this week.
Oh, by the way, though, he did give us a sports report right in the middle of.
I tried.
Do you remember that at all?
Oh yeah, it's one thing I do remember. I said breaking news. Tough loss upset this week by the Ohio Akron Zip Zaps. Lose against number 10 Ohio State Buckeyes at 59-7. Better luck next time.
And literally right after he said that, he goes, if I don't leave right now, I'm going to pass out.
I had to get up. Instantly get up and left. I did not feel good at all. I feel like I was going to throw up and then pass out, or pass out and throw up. So if you do the one chip challenge and you feel like you bested me, you're full of shit. Because this thing is hot. This is hot. Hot. Hot and painful. And it's only a chip. It's one chip. I thought I was the King Tut when I ate this. Now I welcome anyone to come on and just eat a chip. If you come on the show, I'll eat one with you.
Would you really? You would do another
As long as we get it on film this time. So we can show people that I actually did eat it.
Oh,
and I got to
man.
prove myself and eat it. And I did eat it. Look, it's open. It is open, okay?
Oh, yeah, he ate it for sure.
I didn't last.
Tasted like hot dirt.
Very hot dirt. Tasted like earth. But
And
it
his
just kept
cold-
getting hotter and hotter.
And he said his cold water tasted hot.
Tasted like hot water. Like, hey, your tea's ready.
You look a lot better, Adam, after that chip.
I don't feel better.
That chip eating. It was
I'm burping up. It almost tastes like now like mango habanero.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
So I got another question for you. Well, you know what? We'll save that one for when Ryan gets here, actually.
I think he's here.
Is he here?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, let's get the show started then, man. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Run it. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Social guys here, Treg and Adam, and today we have a very special guest, Ryan Place from Merritt Real Estate Professionals. Again, the show is brought to you by Clue Studio, sponsored by them. Episode 5, guys. Welcome back. Thanks for following us. So let's get into it here now. Ryan, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, thanks, Treg. I'm Ryan Place. As Treg mentioned, I'm the broker owner at Merritt Real Estate Professionals here in Waupac, Canada. Lived in Waupac most of my life. Moved away for 3.5 years to go to school.
Where'd you go to school at?
When I was out for the 3.5 years, I went to Arizona State.
Arizona State?
In Tempe, Arizona.
Nice. I heard that's a pretty nice campus.
It is. It's immensely different than Ohio State. Ohio State's like this massive spread out ordeal.
Yeah.
And Tempe is like building.
Really?
Yeah.
They shoot a lot of prank shows there now.
I know they do. It's probably just how many people can walk through it in one easy time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen all the buildings in the background.
Yeah, there's actually, what's the one? It's called Campus something. Campus. I can't remember what it is. A guy named Big Doss, though, is the guy who hosts a YouTube show.
Okay.
And he goes to Arizona State and he does all these pranks. I think he actually dropped out and now that's all he does.
That's all he does. But he's
Yeah.
still on campus.
Yeah,
Pranking
he's still
people
on
like
campus.
college
Yeah, he's like
degree.
Van Wilder, like 8 years in.
Never leaving.
I'm in my 6th senior year.
Just
It would
pranking,
actually makes sense.
pranking people.
Yeah.
They were, when I was there back in the day, the third, fourth largest
Yeah.
as far as attendance. So, I mean,
That's
his
crazy.
odds
Wow.
are pretty good of finding people to talk to. But, yeah.
That's crazy. So
happy.
you went to Arizona State and then where'd you go from there?
Moved back home and went up to Ohio State Lima.
Okay.
And finished up mainly in business and economics.
So now, did you get your start in your like career path in architecture then?
To a point. So I went through all the parameters of Arizona State. I had 2 opportunities, if you would, there. I felt a draw to come home probably more than anything.
Yeah.
But I wasn't exactly, I was young. I didn't really exactly feel.
How old were you at the time?
Oh, shoot. It would have been 22, 23, something
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
prime years.
Yeah, the prime years. I had other priorities, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But no, I just wasn't really digging the career path I was in. I could do it today.
Yeah.
It's just I don't think I was quite ready.
Right.
Yeah.
Then moved back and went to High State Lima. I have the 7-year path
Yeah.
of success for college.
Don't we all?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
Cool deal. So when you were at Ohio State, you went for business. Was your mind set on real estate at that time?
No, not really. Oddly enough, looking back, real estate was always on my radar. My neighbor...
Even from the get?
Yeah, from way back. My neighbor growing up was Gary Binkley.
Okay.
With Binkley Real Estate.
Yeah.
And obviously, not a whole lot of interaction with the business, but I saw him. I knew what he did. He, to a point, would kind of talk about what he did every once in a while when we were there. And it was an intriguing career.
Yeah.
So I always had in the back of my head that, almost like somebody you somewhat idolized growing up, like, hey, that'd be neat. I don't know exactly what they do, but, it'd be kind of neat.
So, a little bit off topic, but same topic here. What do you think now about like all these social media? Like you see TikToks all the time now about telling people, oh, you need to get into wholesaling. Oh, you need to get into property management and stuff like that. Like, what's your advice on that stuff? Because I feel like there's people who tell you to do it constantly, but then there's a reality to it as well.
So you're talking like the paid stuff, like get into it, follow my program?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of that. But I mean, like, I feel like there's just more to it. Like, it's more than just paying for a program and start making money.
Yeah, I need some insider because I need some money help. Tips.
So, honestly, I've always had, whether it's real estate or not, I've always had the opinion that a lot of times, not all the time, when somebody's selling their knowledge, they're kind of out halfway of what they're actually doing. There's some people that are really darn good at it, and it's just a great way to have like a side job. But for some of them, they've figured a lot of it out. They're supposed to make X every year, and now they're at the point where like they can't, because things have changed.
Yeah.
And now they're like, hey, what an easy way to supplement my income. I'll sell this for $39.95 a month.
Sell your knowledge,
Yeah, sell their knowledge on it. But about anything can work. You just got to dig at it and go after it.
Okay, so but I guess what I'm asking, though, is along your knowledge of real estate, though, is just putting out, coursework on wholesaling or how to manage properties. Like in your experience as someone who works in that field of property, of just in general properties, I mean, do you feel like a lot of it's kind of gaslighting a little bit in the sense of, there's more to it than just paying for a course, having the knowledge and going about doing it? Like there has to be that sense of that background knowledge like you have of either architecture or, dealing with properties on a daily basis.
Yeah, the background's going to be there. Wholesaling and retailing, obviously that's a tremendous amount of background. You would eliminate a ton of your risk if you had the knowledge.
Right. Especially of like a home inspector. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Get into all of that pieces of it. But having the background of it, anybody could do it.
Right.
You just got to dig in and figure out what the missing pieces are that you have.
Yeah.
Some of that's more based off of the climate we're in and what we're heading into, to where people are kind of speculating, like this is what's going to start happening.
Yeah.
Type of whatever's.
Right.
You'll start seeing, once the market begins to balance out, you'll start seeing more people talk about flipping homes again.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll start selling the packages of flipping homes. When prices are sky high, it's harder.
Yeah,
to flip
which they are right now, right?
Yeah, they're absolutely insane right now.
But, why so high? What's going on right now? Still because of, I don't want to say it, DeVoc?
No. No, we were having this. We've been dealing with high prices, if you would, for, 5 years, something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's just in Ohio?
No, it's a national thing.
Oh, really? So everywhere.
It's a national thing. Home prices, they've appreciated anywhere between like 8 and 10% per year.
Oh, wow.
For the past 5 years. And typically you're looking at like 1 to maybe 3% every year. That's your normal appreciation.
Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing overall, though, right? Or can it? I guess it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. We're at the point now we don't know. Are they just going to continue to go insane?
Yeah.
To where our kids are paying $8 million for a one-bedroom house here in Wapakoneta. Or
Can
is
you imagine?
or is it going to go the complete opposite, that the bubble burst and all three of us are buying a home for $1 in 2 years?
So you brought up the bubble again, and me and Ryan are in BNI together also. And he talks about this bubble quite often, and I'm
this bubble?
always lost because I'm
must
like,
know the
where?
bubble.
Yeah, what's the bubble? Can you explain the bubble to us?
I don't want it to pop.
A little bit more detail.
So the bubble in real estate is basically everything that's trapped inside of it. So, just like a little kid blowing a bubble out in the air, all the breath, all the words, whatever comes out gets trapped inside of there.
Okay.
So there's your figure, if you can, to imagine. But we get it a lot. When's the bubble going to burst? How's it going to burst? What's going to happen when it bursts?
Okay.
And inevitably what's happening is because of home appreciation, because of high buyer demand.
So it all revolves around price.
It all revolves around price. And,
Okay.
And typically, the higher the prices get, the bigger this bubble gets.
Gotcha.
So then everybody's kind of wondering, like, if and when it breaks, what's going to happen to it?
Right.
And nobody knows.
Right.
Exactly.
So it's almost
what's gonna
like it's like a real thing, but yet it's a figure of speech.
happen. Yeah.
So we really won't ever know when it's going to pop.
You usually
Until it
know,
does.
like, the second after.
Until
I mean,
it does.
if you think about the kid blowing the bubble, you kind of see it floating around, and like maybe it's getting close to a tree, and you're like, oh, here it goes, it's going to pop. But then the wind takes it and it moves somewhere else,
Gotcha.
and then you got one kid trying to bat it, and like he flings his hand at it,
Yeah.
and it just flies up in the air, and you're like, okay, it didn't go that time. That's kind of what it's like being in my shoes when I get asked the question. It's like, okay, you're asking me when a bubble's going to burst.
Don't really know until right after it happens.
Exactly.
Okay. I gotcha.
Exactly.
So what made you get into real estate? Was there a certain thing besides having your neighbor there? What about it intrigued you enough to actually dive in as far as you did?
The people you deal with, whether it be the agents, the home inspectors, the clients. I've always liked people. Obviously, you kind of have to be a person in this world anymore.
Absolutely.
But it's just really neat when you see somebody that basically I get up on a day-to-day basis and I help somebody try to find a house or sell a house.
Yeah.
So when we're doing that, I get to learn about their family, behind the scenes, their jobs, some hobbies, stuff like that. And I've said it before, and many agents, once they do it a while, you get kind of sad sometimes when you close.
Yeah.
It's like, crap, I kind of like them.
Yeah.
And we're not going to hang out anymore. But
Does it always happen like that, or do you kind of do you linger around some of your clients?
Like, hey, I know where you live now. Can we just,
Yeah,
just make it like a weekly thing? We just hang out?
It is, yeah.
So
I know you got a pool table in your basement.
That does get kind of freaky because we've sat around before and people with friends, whether we're doing whatevers, and somebody will say like, "Hey, where does such and such live?" And I kind of hang low because it
Yeah.
is weird.
Yeah.
It
where
is
they all
weird
live.
that I do know exactly.
Throwing out that information
And
like
they'll
that.
be like, "Hey, yeah, they live over in the flower streets." I'm like, "Yeah, they're over in the flower streets." And then they just
Right.
keep going. I'll be like, "Okay, it's 827 Astor," and they're like, "How in the heck did you know where they live?"
I kind of sold them their house.
I knew all. We're best friends.
We're best friends.
Uses pool tables on Tuesday.
The pool in the backyard on Sundays is no big deal. So
That's
obviously inflation happens throughout life, and we feel like this last inflation didn't really creep up; it more or less just happened overnight. How did that affect you guys as realtors, or even on the other hand as a broker?
The inflation, we haven't seen the impact of it yet.
Yeah.
It's another little bubble.
Okay, so it's a different bubble.
It's a different one. Typically, you feel it yourself. It doesn't matter what income level you are. When things go up in price, you
Yeah.
feel it somehow.
Yeah.
And, for the most part, working in real estate, watching the amount of people that are still wanting to go out and buy something, it's kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not there. Maybe we need to double gas prices again.
Right.
No, I agree. But
Right.
that's kind of stuff that goes through my head sometimes. Like,
Back to my moped.
prices continue to go up with
To my
different
moped.
things, and these guys are still wanting. That's great.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like, okay, that's
Yeah.
when you don't really know, like, where is inflation too high?
Yeah.
Was there ever a situation where you had a client who was just like, yeah, we're looking for a house. Let's just throw numbers out here. Let's say, oh, we're looking for a house in the 150 range. And then economics happened. And then a week later they're like, okay, I think now we're looking at the 190 range. like,
Yeah. I mean, I've had it.
like,
to
I mean,
where-
when that happens though, is it like for you? You're like, something's going on.
No. I mean, I try to ground them back to the 150 first.
Yeah.
I mean, they came in with guns a-blazing at that.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes it is the fact that they started doing their homework, and at 150 the payment was this, and they felt
Right.
really good about it. And like right now, it's hard to find something, so they might go to the bank and say, "Hey, can we go up to 200?"
Yeah.
And the bank says, "No, we're putting you at 190." Which
Right.
that's a really high number when the bank maxes you.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I mean, they're not taking into consideration that you might go out to eat.
yeah.
You might give $5 to somebody. I mean,
Yeah.
they're like counting majority of your pennies.
Gotcha.
Right.
When they do that. So I try to just bring them back a second and be like, hey, why, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's cool. You can move up that high. But if we're at 150, like, I guess I'll flip it on them. Talk to me about why I want to go to 190. Is it because you can't find anything, which
Yeah.
is common?
Especially now.
Or is it an economic thing?
Yeah.
Hey, my wife just got a raise, or
Right.
we had a small inheritance we didn't realize. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the X
That's
plus
the
that we're
flip.
throwing into
Okay.
it. But
So on that then, speaking of houses right now, I know we bought our house for 140 8 years ago, or 7 years ago, I think. And I mean, we just got it appraised, and it's like they appraised us at close to 200. And it's just like, okay.
yeah,
But I mean, like, I feel like there's no, we just kind of look, but it looks like, around our area, that price of 140 is almost unheard of for a 3-bedroom house anymore.
yeah. And I mean, you live in a country location, a desired
Yeah.
area too. Back in the day, I've been doing this for 16 years. Your perceived first home was like 80 to 100.
Right.
And a lot
Right.
of people would buy rentals in the $30,000 to $50,000 range, just to kind of give you a scope of things. And now, like your 80 to 100, that's where we're seeing a lot of rental properties at.
Okay.
And now the perceived first home is more in like the lines of the 150,
Yeah. Yeah.
price tag, which
So
been doing it
basi-
long enough. It takes a little bit to wrap your head around that.
Yeah, because I mean, basically, that means that people's first home buying experience now has jumped up $60,000.
Exactly.
That's insane to think about.
In 7 years.
Yeah,
That's wild.
it is
That's
wild.
crazy.
And I mean, inflation has happened, but I mean, not to the salary industry.
No. And technically, it wouldn't be inflation if salary followed.
Right.
So, yeah, that's where we're all at.
Yeah, so
I don't know,
that's
man.
just insane to think about, though. Like you said, it's hard to wrap your head around that within in a 7-year time frame that literally a first home buying experience has jumped up
60 grand.
Did you know now that you can make $16 flipping burgers at McDonald's? Buy a pretty good home with that, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Inflation.
You got a point there.
Who wants to be McDonald's? I do. $16? Give it to me. Back then, it was like $1.
That's how much the burgers were.
But did they even have a dollar menu anymore?
I think it's a value menu.
I think that's what it is.
It's
I
like,
think
hey, we don't
that's
got
even
dollar
one
anymore.
too.
Inflation.
Inflation on the burger.
Golly, that's why paying you $16 and double cheeseburgers like $3 now.
Yeah, that's why Kewpies has always been a fan favorite, I think, because they've kept their inflation rates back by about 4 years.
They're behind the times.
Well, they just got a new intercom.
That's a big step.
It's a big
You
step.
hear me clearly. It makes sense.
So we got a couple of fan questions for you, Ryan.
Okay.
So this is one that we had from one of Adam's friends, actually. Now, do realtors ever get a salary, or do they have to really just work for it?
It's twofold. 90-some% of the time, it's all commission.
Yeah.
So you're not getting paid unless you're selling something.
Right.
There's a lot of different formats of brokerages now. Some of them do pay them. It's a very, very small one. I don't know of anybody in the area that does it.
Right.
But I do know, I've heard of the model where they pay a salary.
So if they pay a salary, then they're expecting a certain amount of homes to be sold that year, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, the expectations change versus the commission model. I mean, it's on you
Right.
and what
right.
you're going to do.
That makes sense.
So what? How many business? Well, like you started your business, right?
Yeah, we opened in 12.
And you started with how many people?
We had two.
Just two.
Yeah, technically we started with one when we opened, but I was working right beside a guy, Philip Centers. He moved over to us like after 2 weeks of being open.
Okay, so how many does it depend on the places or place that you sell or are showing? Like how many places do you have to sustain like this is my life, like this is my full-time gig now, like this is my business? Like how many do you have to?
It's
like have
right now. It's a weird number. We could talk about this whole thing for hours, to be honest with you. But
I guess until you brought in like a next person, like okay, we need more people now. Like how many did you have to
like bringing
sustain?
new agents in?
Yeah, like how many places did you guys have to like sell or show to be like okay, we got this going. This
I see what you're saying. Well, a lot of it just depends on what agent you're going to bring in.
Okay.
Who they know, how many people they know. We're structured to create more of like a success environment for each agent. Yeah. We show them the tools. It's up to them if they're going to take advantage of everything we have in place.
So do they have certain territories then?
No. It's more of like
game.
A friendship zone, to be honest with
That's
you.
good though. Everyone kind of helps everybody out. Like, hey, that's good.
Does it always work that way though?
With us, it does.
Yeah.
I've been doing this 12 years.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, we've never had any agent ever.
I feel like it's just a competition. So, I mean, it looks like it is from the outside looking in. You know what I mean? I mean, I didn't know that's how that's your business model though, was to like create success for each of your agents. But from the outside looking in, you know, you hear real estate agent and you hear 85 different names,
right.
and then you know you think, okay, you know, I know 40 of them. I don't want to make any of them mad.
See the billboards and stuff like that. Like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's probably more perceived than anything. One thing that's very neat, if you would talk to a realtor in general, is that we're all under different brokerages.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's strangely enough, we all work together. You know, it's
that's
just
good.
That, like when you guys show up to work, you know, you have the certain platform you work under,
right?
You know, however you do it. But like with us, you know, I might be working with another agent from another brokerage.
Okay.
We're trying to get the same job done.
Okay.
You know, no different if you're working on the factory line and you're trying to get so many widgets pounded out.
Yeah.
You know, by 10 days, we're trying to get one home sold in so many days.
Okay.
So is it true or false then? Does a realtor get commission off of a bought home from? So like, let's say I'm selling my home, you're my realtor, and we sell my home. Do you get commission off of that?
So I'm the one listing your home for sale?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a fee that we charge to the client.
And if, let's say the buyer was somebody else with a different realtor.
Yeah, so what we do then is we put it up. We have our percentage we put on the property. Once we sell it, you guys agree to pay us that.
Yeah.
And then we also...
kind of like your promotion fee, basically, for promoting that property.
And then we basically throw out a carrot in front of all the other agents, whether it be in our brokerage or another local brokerage, that we will give you this percent if you bring a buyer.
Okay. So now I've always heard this, and that's why I'm bringing it up, because I'm not sure how true this is, but I've always heard that you need to go with a realtor because just like us with our marketing, you know, job, we basically have the tools and the applications and the software to be able to promote what a first sale by owner cannot do. Mm-hmm. So is that basically where you guys come in for selling a home?
There's tons of reasons. I mean, obviously, I could go on with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have the tools and the knowledge to do it. Mm-hmm. If you're ever in one of our trainings, you're a new agent in there, the one thing that I like to remind some of these guys is that they go through like hours of training to take a test to even get licensed.
Right.
And some people have sold, you know, maybe sold or bought their own purchases and sales, you know, maybe 1 to 3 homes.
Right.
And then they step into this role, and newer agents obviously have a little bit lack of knowledge versus, you know, an experienced agent. And I always have to pause and remind them, like, hey guys, like, remember, you took all this training and you're sitting in front of us right now, like, learning how to do this.
Yeah.
Now look at that for sale by owner.
Okay.
I'm not knocking for sale by owners, but
Right.
they were as experienced as you were before you took these classes.
Yeah.
And you're still not like, you're 90 some percent into it. You're not 100.
Yeah.
And they'll admit it, in the first couple
Yeah.
of weeks, but there's a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
For the most part, anybody that's ever worked with me, you can sell your house on your own. That's fine. I don't have an issue with it. When you need an agent, usually is when there's a problem.
Yeah.
Which, if you can run through life problem free, your life's doing pretty good. So, typically that's when we're needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it could be just something as simple as like, hey, like we ran into our house didn't appraise.
Yeah.
How do we fix that?
Yeah.
And they're for sale by owner.
Right.
Now we will help people.
Yeah.
We're not that kind of people, but
Right.
What
Yeah, I know.
what do we
I've
do with that?
actually heard you say that before, especially in our BNI meeting.
Yeah, so we'll step in and help somebody with that.
Yeah.
But it could just be something as simple. Hey, we had our home inspection and they found like a really small area of mold in our house. Like it's not a pain, it's just we have to find somebody to clean it up. Like who does this?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we know 4 people.
Yeah.
They just gotta look and they know of none.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now is that worth our 100% fee? No, not one nugget.
Yeah.
But by the time we fill that pot full of nuggets,
Yeah.
believe me, our fee is well worth it.
Gotcha.
And we haven't even touched the marketing, the promotional part of it.
Right.
That we do. That's almost pre-programmed, as
Right.
far as the brokerage goes, how we do some of that stuff.
That's crazy. Well, hey, we're going to take a break here for a second, and we're going to read from our sponsor, DrinkAid, here,
Sweet.
and we'll get back to some more questions for you, Ryan.
Okay.
What is DrinkAid? DrinkAid, previously known as Never Too Hungover, is an innovative and exciting natural supplement drink that is set to revolutionize the category of hangover prevention products. It is the perfect life hack for the busy people who work hard, play hard, and enjoy life to the fullest. It comes in a 3.4-ounce bottle, TSA friendly for travel, and it's a great tasting dietary supplement consisting of a natural blend of vitamins, antioxidants, amino acids, nutrients, and minerals. Its formula helps neutralize and process the toxins caused by alcohol in the liver, thus ensuring you to feel great the morning after a night out on the town. Use code MY6PACK for free shipping on 6-pack of DrinkAid. Celebrate and feel great tomorrow with this great functioning beverage. DrinkAid. Celebrate and feel great the next morning.
All right, so have you ever had any paranormal experiences in, like, any of these houses? Like, have you ever had, like, where, like, either you would take somebody through them and they were just like, did they have any questions? Or did you have actually houses where you guys, do you have to disclose that?
Paranormal activity?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that'd be a
If
question.
the seller, I guess, knew 100% that there was paranormal activity, they should probably say something.
I want to know if I'm like, open my closet and there's like a portal to like Vigo's dimension or
Narnia.
something. Yeah. Like, oh,
That'd be a perk, though.
it's Vigo.
That'd be a perk, though. But no, obviously,
Gotta get
like
away.
looking at some houses, they're scary looking.
Yeah.
A lot of the older houses just have that connotation, even though they might just be sweet.
Okay.
They kind of have that vibe and feel to them. Sometimes you can kind of get freaked out a little bit being in one.
Yeah.
I've had some clients that there's no activity, but they think
Gotcha.
something's going on.
So the only way I
Yeah.
debunk that is when I go into the houses. Some places, like probably like you said, older and newer houses, with their electrical wires, you can almost like feel like it's almost like someone's watching you. It's like someone's
Electrical
watching you.
wires?
But it's like the energy field of like the older places. Yeah, it's been debunked on a few spots.
Yeah.
I might get out like that, like a little
So,
EMF finder, and like, oh, here it is. Oh, it's your power cord. That's what's watching you.
So one of our agents had one of those.
Yeah.
Those electromagnetic field.
that's awesome.
You're
find-
the expert at those.
Did he
right?
find anything?
We never found anything. We took him in probably the
Spikes.
perceived 2 or 3 oldest, creepiest houses,
Yeah.
and nothing.
No portals or nothing.
No.
Did you ever have like an experience where you just felt like you were like being watched?
Yeah, I had that one time. There was a house on the corner on Auglaize Street that I showed somebody the property, and about everywhere you went, it just felt like somebody.
Yeah, no.
was looking. So I don't know if it was.
That's a big nope for me.
That's not good.
But it was also occupied, and people do strange things.
Ah,
Weird
little
so
Scooby-Doo action going on, huh?
Maybe he was just.
It's the
around
maintenance
corner.
guy from the third floor.
Would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you kids.
I knew it. It was Mr. Gordon.
That's crazy though, just to get that feeling, especially when you have to go be the are you like the one of the first ones into the house?
Yeah, typically.
To show it and stuff.
Yeah.
So you got to be the one that feels out the spears. And
Exactly.
Great.
You do get, sometimes you'll find like some cool stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's usually not anything like gruesome, grotesque or anything. But,
Okay, that's good.
I can remember when I was a kid, this was going on there. And,
It's
this,
interesting.
that, and the other
That's
thing.
cool.
So have you ever had any like bad neighbor experiences while showing homes?
I don't think I would know. Most people are fairly
Because
polite.
we're like big Stepbrother fans.
Gotcha.
So,
So
like-
nobody was dressing up, no
Yeah.
fertilizer surpluses or anything like
No
that.
Hitler mowing the lawn.
No Hitler mowing the yard.
He just died last night. Can you come back tomorrow? That's interesting. All right. Well, hey, let's get into a game real quick. We're gonna play Bean Boozled. You ever play Bean Boozled, Ryan?
No, never have.
Never have?
Ready for
Okay.
you.
So we're going to play Bean Boozled. Basically, you spin this little spinner. You have to pick whatever it lands on, and hopefully it's not a gross type of jelly bean, basically, is what it is.
Am I going to spin this first? I'll go
Adam's still hurting from this morning.
Yeah, stupid one chip challenge. Thanks. It's not spinning.
So once we play this, and then we will get into your rapid fire questions that Adam has for you.
Okay.
Okay, I got birthday cake or dirty dishwater. That's not too bad.
I don't know.
With this one right here. Go ahead. Oh,
Just go again, Adam. Just go again. He dropped it right on the floor.
just take another color. There you go.
Didn't we talk earlier in this episode about me spilling stuff on myself?
At least it's hard candy. I don't have to clean it off my shirt. Go ahead, spin away.
All right, I'm gonna let Ryan go next here.
Don't be dirty dishwater.
So I got pomegranate or old bandage.
Bandage. What kind of
God.
flavor is that?
I don't think I'm going to know what an old bandage smells like, but go ahead, Trick.
Alrighty, all right. So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna eat these, and then as you're eating it, Adam's gonna start firing off these questions to you. Uh oh, I'm not very good at spinning this thing.
As I said, I think it's broken.
Is it broke? Jesus,
Pick
maybe I
that
just
for
got.
man hand.
There we go. I got it. Okay, so I got. Well, that's what he got. So I'm gonna go the one below it. I'm gonna go with. Ooh, who would want to eat that one?
I want to know.
It was toasted marshmallows or a stink bug.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that one. So, but the one below Ryan's old bandage one was Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks. So that's where I'm sitting
Yeah,
at.
good luck, man. There's a lot of random jelly beans that look delicious.
I think it's this one. I think it's this pink colored with dots all over it.
Oh, give me a good one.
Or is it this one?
I need
think it's
something
this
good
one.
from this
They're
chip.
kind of hard to figure out.
Yeah, they're a
Hey,
little.
I
they're a little difficult.
just grabbed one, man, and hope for the best.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna go with this one here.
Give me a countdown.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, man.
Tutti Frutti.
It's not pomegranate.
It's not pomegranate.
Dirty dishwater.
Oh,
It's a little soapy.
I did get Tutti Frutti.
All right, Ryan.
Okay.
What's your favorite wing sauce?
Well, I'm going to go with mild.
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 Treg?
Like I said, I'm a huge fan of. Well, there's a lot of different wing places in Walpock that I enjoy. I can't just say one because they all have different types of wings that I like. But sauce wise, I'm a Buffalo fan through and through. Asher Lane's Buffalo sauce does it for me, man. That Buffalo sauce is on point. But if I'm going like a different route than Buffalo, the sweet heat from the in between is right on.
Okay.
Right on point.
Sounds good. Sounds real good. Better than this dishwater jelly bean. Were you ever fired? If so, what happened? If not, what was the first job you ever quit at and what happened?
Let's see. So first legit job over 18 would have been mowing and doing sand traps at the Wapak Country Club.
sounds fun.
Essentially, I quit because school started.
Oh, okay.
And winter was probably looming, and there's not a real big need for the sand trap guy in the middle of winter.
Me? My turn now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. My job that I quit, my first job I ever quit was at Burger King here in Wapak.
BK.
Yeah, I was like 16, but I got a car and like there was a new pizza place that came into town. I believe it was called Fox's. Yeah, it was Fox's Den. And I became a delivery driver for them.
We're making 16. You're like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I was making like $7.65 at the time.
That was the top notch back then, huh?
Dude, I'm balling.
All right. What scares you?
As far as anything, I would say probably anything happening to my kids.
Oh yeah.
Sounds the same with you.
Oh yeah. I'm Papa Bear.
I don't know what I'm scared.
But you just have girls, right?
Yes. Yeah, all girls.
Do you know the difference between raising boys and girls?
Oh no.
So if they're running at full speed
Yeah.
and they collide and they fall on the ground,
Yes.
you pick your daughter up and you hug her and you kiss her.
Yeah.
And then you tell your son to get his ass up.
Tough love, Bubba.
Tough love.
Chelsea does that now to the girls.
I thought the difference was girls break your heart and boys just break shit.
Could be. Could be. I don't know if I'm 100% there yet.
Okay, stale Sour Patch Kids or fresh circus peanuts?
Oh, fresh circus peanuts.
Like
What in the world?
like not like the shell. It's like the,
No, he's talking about the things that taste like styrofoam.
the styrofoam.
Those are gross, Ryan.
My favorite,
What are you talking
favorite
about?
candies.
And what does it mean by fresh?
What is like is that fresh off
Like
the line?
fresh styrofoam peanuts.
How does one get fresh
So-
circus peanuts?
What do they taste like, first off?
Deliciousness.
Oh, I beg to differ.
But the difference has to be if you had an old circus peanut,
Yeah.
it's hard.
Okay.
So fresh just has to be soft.
So it's probably soft then. I guess I've never had one of those.
So a
before,
fresh one is like a Nerf bullet,
Yeah. Yeah.
and an old one is a really old Nerf bullet.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a walnut.
Like a walnut.
Because they do sit on the shelf a while.
Oh, I bet. Because
Sometimes
nobody
you-
buys them.
When you buy them, sometimes they're hard. Sometimes
Because
they're
Ryan is the only one walking into the store to buy them. He's like,
It's 2
guys
packs
got any
for $1,
fresh
man.
circus
No wonder.
peanuts? That's
I'm going stale Sour Patch Kids all day over fresh styrofoam off the press.
I'm only saying stale Sour Patch only because I've never tried I guess circus peanuts nor a fresh circus peanut. So I'm gonna have to go with stale Sour Patch. Last song you listened to?
Sultans Swing by Dire Straits.
No.
Okay.
Mine was BTS Butter this morning when we got up with the girls.
I don't know what we're listening to on the way here. I guess on the way to work, I don't know, Christopher Cross, Sailing.
Is that the magician, Christopher Cross?
I mean, he might have been a magician after he started singing.
There's that. Oh, I'm thinking Chris Angel.
Oh, yeah. Magic.
Same thing.
Have you ever stolen anything? Ever?
Years ago, I did the kitty stealing a candy bar from the store.
Oh, just straight, put it in your pocket real quick.
What candy bar was it?
It was a Snickers. It was from the Big Bear Pantry Pride here in town.
Satisfy the hunger.
Big Bear. That used to be where Lowe's was, right? Or where Lowe's is.
No, I should rephrase this to be the Little Bear.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
we're going back a little ways. Where we
Gotcha.
had 2 big bears.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
What about you, Trey? What
I
you steal?
don't think I've ever stolen anything.
No hearts or nothing at all.
Definitely not any hearts.
To make mine a long story short, when I was 3 at Love's or Hills or whatever in Lima, had that little heart Hills, I think it was. Stole a little helicopter, like toy helicopter out of like a firefighter set. And the cellophane was open,
No.
so I pulled it out and started playing with it and took it home. And parents said, "How'd you get that?" I was like, "Found it at the store. It's ready to play
Found
with."
it.
Like,
No,
we gotta
Adam.
we got to take that back.
Adam, that's not true.
Let's not.
Can koozie. Spencer's Gifts. 2007.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a mishap. So the earliest was the toy helicopter. One of the most recent that I can think of was 2008. Can koozie from Spencer's. That's another time.
Halloween night. Coming up on an anniversary.
Funny story. Favorite Halloween costume you have?
Favorite Halloween costume would have had to have been dressed up like a mummy when I was little. And if I remember right, my brother's dressed up in the same costume.
So it was the same toilet paper?
It wasn't used, but well, the costume was.
Hand-me-down Charmin? Love this costume.
The mummy costume.
So
What was it?
lifelike.
So was it like a rubber mask then, or?
No, it was pretty creative. So
It's like old
it was
ace
like a sheet.
bandages.
So you started off kind of like a ghost. So
Okay.
you put a sheet over and had the holes, and that was all black around there, and then basically just took like strips of fabric
Okay.
and would wrap it around.
Almost like a ace bandage. type
almost like
fabric.
a mummy.
Yeah,
You know.
that's sweet.
Nice. Almost like a mummy. Yeah, I was a mummy that year.
Are you Trig?
Did you hear he was a mummy?
Oh yeah, is that what he was?
My favorite costume would have been the Mr. T costume I did the year we went to that Halloween back in 2008.
Oh yeah, the same Halloween Spencer's.
That was the same
What
year.
a coincidence.
Who were you that
Mine
year?
was actually one of my favorites too because it was one of the easiest to get ready. It was Party Boy from Jackass. I was just in a banana hammock and a bow tie. That was it.
But he had the jumpsuit, so he would rip it off and just go dancing around random people
easy.
that didn't know him
Nice.
at all.
Easy, great night, great night.
Yeah, strangers loved him that day.
What's your dream car? If you had a car, what would be your dream vehicle? Or truck, SUV. What would be your dream vehicle?
Vehicle.
I don't know exactly what it would be. It would have to be like a sports car that did everything a truck did,
Okay.
but something that did cool stuff like a Jeep.
Well, I think Elon Musk is coming out with something like that.
Coming soon.
Coming soon in the electric version.
Yeah. He just broke up with his girlfriend, I saw on the internet today.
Really?
Yeah, so
Why?
he's going to come up with something new, I'm sure.
Love song?
I hope not. I think that'll be the only thing that he doesn't sell.
Trey, what's your favorite car that you had? Or your
My-
dream vehicle?
Mine would be the one that I got now. I just wish I had more accessories and more
Jeep.
money to spend on it.
Okay. Understand that.
So the Jeep Wrangler for sure.
Your last famous stand-up comedian you watched? Not necessarily your favorite, but what's your last comedian you watched? Stand-up comedian.
Love stand up.
Anyone?
Me. Bill Burt.
You.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
That was the last one
was
we
it?
watched.
Do you know which one it was?
We watched 3
Paper Tiger.
hour-long, hour-and-a-half specials on our way back from.
Oh, so you
Carolina.
saw you
Oh,
probably
you
saw
watched
them all
lots of
then.
Yeah, I'd never
All except
heard
for
of
one,
him
maybe.
before, and they put this guy on.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet that was
And it was like 6 hours later.
It's like their first time ever.
First time ever.
Nice.
I bet that was awesome.
Yeah. Bill
With
Burr's
no
hilarious.
disclaimer against anybody in the van with me.
Bill Burr is absolutely hilarious. He's actually, I don't know, do you follow comedians at all?
A little bit.
So like Bill Burr, Tom Segura, who's another great comedian, and Bill Kreischer, who is it Bill Kreischer?
Bert.
Bert
Kreischer.
Kreischer. Sorry, Bert Kreischer.
Sorry.
My bad, guys. My fault on that one. Anyway, those three are actually like best friends,
Oh, wow.
and they're all like top of their game right now. So they actually have a YouTube channel out, or well, Bert has a YouTube channel out called Getting Burnt with Bert, where he
Oh, they're both together. That's
where
right.
he attempts to cook food. He's not a cook
At all.
at all.
Oh, maybe I haven't seen.
And Bill Burr and Tom Segura come on and basically as his guests as he tries to, and they are just busting each other's balls the entire time. It is the most funniest YouTube video I've ever seen in my life.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I had no idea that was a thing.
Oh, absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah, and he actually has tons of comedians on there. There's not very many episodes, but the episodes that he does have, it's all comedians that he has on there. Like Whitney Cummings shows up, Bobby Lee, Andrew Santino.
But it's just mainly Bert having other people on there.
Yeah, and like they basically attempt to help him, but they
They make it worse.
They crack on him the whole time. They're like, they're like, I think the one he's like trying to make pasta, and the one guy goes, "Did you even wash your hands?" He's like, "No, who washes their hands?"
Step one.
They're like, "You're
sanitize.
preparing this for us," and he's like, "Yeah, just shut up."
Ordering out as soon as I get there.
Dude, it's pretty funny. The Theo Vaughn shows up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's an interesting. I think it's called Getting Burnt with Bert, but it's on YouTube.
I'm gonna have to check
only.
it out. I'm
It's-
definitely have to check it
dude,
out.
It's super. You guys would enjoy it thoroughly. But no, my last comedian I watched was my last stand-up I saw. It was either Tom Segura or Anthony Jeselnik. I love Anthony Jeselnik. He's
Okay.
super dark humor.
don't know if I've seen
Super
that
dark
either.
humor. You don't want to watch that with anybody else around besides yourself, because if you don't know anybody else's like humor level, like he
It
will
could get bad quick.
he
Test the
will,
waters by yourself.
he will hit that point.
Favorite movie of all time?
Go ahead, Trig.
I'm gonna go with either Mystic River or Goodfellas.
Oh, that's a good one. All my life, I
yeah.
wanted to be a gangster.
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
do Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank. He
that's
didn't
a
do
good
it.
one.
He didn't do it.
Yeah, that's what they said about OJ too.
The only innocent man in Shawshank.
Yeah, right. All right, last one. Say these words together. Trig, you already know this. Rise up lights. Say them all together real fast, kind of.
Rise Up Lights.
Australian forbid. No, it's supposed to sound.
I can't help myself every time.
It's supposed to sound like razor blades, but I'll tell Australian.
Rise up lights.
Rise up lights.
Rise
Rise
up
up lights.
Rise
Very
up lights.
good.
That's all the rapid questions I got.
All right, perfect. So hey, we're gonna do something a little bit different today. Instead of doing the Would You Rathers, we actually have some current news that we're going to go over. So let's get into the first one here. All right. So for our first story of the day, Boston's famous skinny house sold for a nice fat price on September 16th. So the home in the city's north end hit the market in August for $1.2 million, and the deal was closed Thursday for $1.25 million, according to Zillow. The home received multiple offers and went under agreement for over list price in less than 1 week. Real estate agency CL Properties posted on Facebook. The 4-story home, built in 1862, according to a plaque on the facade, is about 1,100 square feet. Even though it is about 10 feet wide at its widest point, it narrows to the back at 9.25 feet. It has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and includes a private deck with a view of Boston Harbor. The home does not have a front door. Instead, residents enter through the side door, which is seen there. It was last sold in 2017 for $900,000. It is also known as the Spite House. According to the plaque, according to local lore, 2 brothers inherited some land. When one of them joined the army, the other built a large house that took up most of the land. When the soldier brother returned, he built a skinny house to block the other one's view of the sunlight.
What the hell?
Nice.
So we got some pictures here. We're actually going to post these up here too. What do you think about that house for $1.25 million in Boston Harbor?
Well, the story's got to be worth something. Obviously.
That is nuts.
A 10-foot wide house.
So to put it in perspective,
That's not my
that
house.
would be-
Not
so
a
it's
house for
4
me.
stories, 1,100 square feet, 10 feet wide. It's basically 4 20-foot deep, 20-foot long shipping containers
Jeez.
stacked up on top. You want to try to think about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nuts. So
Yeah.
like stacked side by side, 10 feet
Here,
wide.
check it out, Adam.
Yeah.
And
Here's the picture of the house.
This is it
there.
right
That's-
here?
That is the house right
and
there.
from left to right, this is only 10 feet.
10 feet.
Bro, how do you stretch out? How do you stretch in the morning?
But it looks fairly
Looks
renovated.
I mean, it
Yeah, it looks
kind of
cool.
looks spacious, but I
there
mean,
ain't no way I'm paying $1.25 million though for that place.
No.
That just goes to show you the markets in different areas. It's
Yeah.
insane.
they have an
I
alleyway.
can't remember. We were up in Boston 3 years ago. Highly recommend it. But I was looking at prices there on some real estate company walls, and I can't remember the number, but you could almost figure it out like per bedroom.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, as far as like living in Boston, it was like $1 million a bedroom,
Oh wow.
Wow.
something like that. I mean, it was crazy.
That's
Absolutely
insane. And then you hear about these New York City apartments that are just like
super tiny.
JJ Redick, who just retired from the NBA. He has a house in the Bronx, I believe, or Brooklyn. Is that the same place? The Bronx?
They're different.
They're different boroughs.
Yeah.
There's like 7 different boroughs in New York City. So anyway, I think he's in the Bronx though, and he has, or maybe he's in. I'm not sure. Either way, I know they did like a cribs tour of his house, and it was like a $12.8 million home, and it's a 1-story apartment. Like it's huge though. Like it's like I don't know, 18,000 square feet.
Gotcha.
But like, why would you want to live on a 1-story, 18,000 square foot home in a downtown area? Like you have options that, like with,
Especially with his income.
yeah, with money like that. I mean, the dude's made easily over $100 million over his career.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, would you pick a 12,000 square foot apartment in the Bronx to raise a
That's what you
family?
want to do. I'm trying to. Did he ever play in the New York area?
No, I don't think so.
That's what I was more trying to think. Why did he ever move to that area?
I think that's where he was from. Well, he played at Duke in college. Mm-hmm. Then he went to the Magic. And then I know he was a Clipper for a while. I know he was what was his most recent team? 76er. And then, so that's Philadelphia. Yeah, no. I mean, that would be the closest area I think he'd be by them was Philadelphia.
Must have been from there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have 2 questions about this while looking real quick.
Go
Just
ahead.
This. Is this an Airbnb? Can I stay here?
I don't think it is an Airbnb.
And is this the stairway right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way not one of us are going up a floor. You see how narrow that? How do you go up
Well,
that?
look at the ladder looking thing over here.
What is
Yeah.
that? Yeah, it's like there's
That's
no
to the attic.
Yeah.
Dude, I hope we show this on our pod. That is ridiculous. That is insane. You better hope there's not
It's
a
a
fire.
very tiny home. And for our listeners right now, I mean, this place is literally tiny. It is, like, I mean, you can just tell it is 10 foot by 10 foot. The kitchen probably is, what, maybe 5 foot wide?
Well, for the picture of the kitchen, you got the sink,
Yeah.
and then to the right of it's a dishwasher, and then a wall.
So the kitchen probably is the full 10 foot then, I
Yeah.
would say. The kitchen's probably 10 foot
But
wide.
it's the width of a kitchen sink, a dishwasher, and 2 cabinets.
Yeah.
You're right there. It's like 4 storage containers side
and
by
there's
side.
and there's shelving space too. So I mean that reduces your walking area to probably 7 foot at least,
Probably. Yeah.
7 to 6 feet.
Jeez.
Yo, I
That's
ain't
nuts.
fitting in that house, bro.
Dude.
I ain't fitting in that house. I'm gonna tell you straight up right now. There's no way I'm getting in the front door.
Do they have a front door?
Yeah, it's on the
front
side.
door.
Oh, it's side door.
Yeah, it says
Front side
private.
door.
Not even fitting down that alleyway. You kidding me?
So I got a couple stories here that Adam's gonna love.
Oh, awesome.
So the next story is American Gladiators. You guys remember the show?
yeah,
Absolutely.
There
There will be a reboot from WWE and MGM reportedly in the works.
What?
According to Deadline, the WWE and MGM are looking to revive the classic competition series created by Dan Carr,
Hell yeah.
John Ferraro. MGM chairman Mark Burnett is said to be pitching the reboot to various broadcasters, though it remains unclear which, if any, network will take it.
Maybe this will take off a little better than the XFL.
I don't know. Reports the updated American Gladiators will feature a number of WWE stars. There's no word on whether showrunners will continue the series' original format or if they plan to revise it to better compete with the slew of current competition shows like American Ninja Warrior, Floor is Lava, Wipeout, and Holy Moly.
Dude, I think they should bring it up, man. I love that. They brought it back once already, didn't they?
I think they attempted it, and it was only lasted for like one episode, though.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, I never saw anything of it.
I saw the new people, but I'm talking about when I was like real, like a wee lad, and then growing up to like maybe like early 20s, they revamped it again.
It could be.
I
I'm
met
not sure.
one of the gladiators in Texas. His
Did
name
you
was
really?
the Wolf. He's a rodeo clown now,
He's a rodeo clown. How fitting. How fitting.
but he has an album now. But he's still pretty buff.
The original American Gladiators, which aired between 1989 and 1996, featured a group of amateur athletes going head-to-head in a series of physical competitions. Signature events included the swing shot, powerball, and pyramid. Since its debut, American Gladiators had a dozen international adaptations and was revived in 2008 with hosts
okay.
Hulk Hogan and Layla Ali.
That's right.
NBC pulled the plug on the series shortly after the second season. It was reported that the decision was based on poor ratings. However, there was some speculation it would move to another network. In 2018, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg joined forces with Ferraro to give American Gladiators another life. The trio and MGM reportedly shopped the series to multiple broadcasters, but it ultimately never aired. Here's hoping MGM has better luck this time around.
Yeah, so maybe that'd be awesome to have WWE wrestlers.
I mean, I feel like anytime Seth Rogen's behind and Evan Goldberg's behind anything, it's going to happen.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
That's gonna be sweet.
Because those guys just get stuff done, man. They do. They smoke a lot of weed, but they get stuff done.
They're very progressive, especially when it comes to WWE and stuff. That's That's gonna be all. Sorry,
Yeah.
you said WWE, and I'm in.
I know,
I'm for
I
it.
know.
They changed up the games a little bit, make them more relevant or like relevant for like said American Ninja Warrior,
Right.
and other game shows like that, Floor's Lava, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So
excited.
here's the next story. Current story right now. This just came out last night. Animated Super Mario Brothers movie casts Chris Pratt, Seth Rogen, and more.
Nice. That's gonna be sweet.
That is going to be.
Wait, live, like live action or live?
I'm pretty sure it's a
animated?
live action, and I'm pretty sure that Ryan dressed up like a Mario Brothers at one
Luigi.
point. Dressed up like Luigi.
Oh, awesome.
So Chris Pratt is entering the world of Super Mario Brothers. First off, do you guys remember the original like Super Mario Brothers movie? Like it was a live action.
I own it.
Oh, wow. No, I
Yep.
don't.
You don't remember
No.
that?
There's a real live Mario.
They were plumbers.
Yep.
They were plumbers. It was an
Well,
interesting.
well, I mean that's how the Mario Brothers are.
right,
They're
right.
plumbers, but
Right.
like in real life, it was the guy who played the Pest
oh, John Leguizamo.
and the guy who played in Hook, not Captain Hook, Shmi, I believe.
Oh, the guy with the glasses. I think
I can't remember his name.
I know who you're
Shmi,
talking about.
Shmi, talking about me.
Yeah, I know.
Anthony.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about though. But
I think they play Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
John
This is
Leguizamo
legit.
Played Luigi.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
It had to have been his first movie ever.
live action.
Yeah.
Super
I don't
legit
remember
Super
that.
Mario Brothers.
Yeah. It was around the same time frame as like when the first Ninja Turtles live action movie came out.
Which was way better than the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Obvious. Obvious. There was what, 3 or 4?
Yeah. There was one Super Mario Brothers, and they're just like, we're sticking to video games.
Here's more on that. So Chris Pratt is entering the world of Super Mario Brothers. As reported by Deadline, the 42-year-old actor will lead the star-studded cast of the upcoming animated based on the iconic video
Okay,
game.
okay,
So
cool.
it is animated,
Okay,
unfortunately. The news was announced Thursday by Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto,
Makes sense.
who confirmed the movie's North American project.
Okay.
Pratt will take on the role of Mario, and Charlie Day will voice his brother Luigi. That's funny.
going to be great.
The Queen's Gambit star Anya Taylor-Joy will voice Princess Peach, while Jack Black and Seth Rogen will play Bowser and Donkey Kong.
Nice. This is going to be cool.
Respectively, the film will also star Fred Armisen as Cranky Kong, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, Kevin Michael Richardson as Kamek, and comic Sebastian Maniscalco as Spike. The flick will be directed by Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelinek, with a script from Matthew Fogel. Miyamoto will produce the Super Mario Brothers alongside Illumination founder Chris Meledandre.
It comes out next year?
Why these names are so difficult.
Well, because originally Super Mario Brothers started in Japan. So they're going to have some names that I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
I can't even pronounce regular last names, let alone these people.
Yeah. So, Ryan, are you a movie guy?
Yeah, I'm a big movie guy.
Are you? Okay. So we got all the new movies that'll be coming out up until December here that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
So, do you know of any new movies that you're anticipating right now?
Unfortunately, with kids, I think the biggest one we've been talking about is Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yes.
Oh, that is a big one. Yeah, my
Yeah.
kids are excited about that one. That one's next year, though, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I have to ask my son.
I think it
Not
is.
soon enough.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So these are the ones that'll be coming out this year, from now until December. First, we have The Guilty. This will be on Netflix on October 1st, so very soon.
Netflix movie.
So this is about a troubled police detective demoted to 911 operator duty, scrambles to save a distressed caller during a harrowing day of revelations and reckonings. So it's gonna feature Jake Gyllenhaal
Ah, okay.
and Ethan Hawke. So, and the I believe
Interesting.
yeah, the director's Antoine Fuqua.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but yeah.
I think you are.
So I've actually seen the trailer for that one though. It actually looks really, really good.
I don't know if I've seen the trailer. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was
they-
on Netflix.
Yeah,
Now I know.
they actually have the trailer out now on Netflix.
Okay.
So it actually looks really good though.
Check it out.
Yeah, basically it's like this woman gets kidnapped, and there's like it almost looks like wildfires are happening in L.A. and he's a 911 operator and basically tries to save her life, and nobody knows where she's at.
The Guilty, what's it called?
Yep. It almost seems like there's a plot twist.
Well, I like plot twists. Like Inception.
So, Adam, we know your favorite one here. Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
Hell yes.
And that makes sense it's coming out because it seems like every time you flip them on, the old Venom movie is on TV.
Yeah.
Have you seen the old Venom?
At this point, I have, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I see it every 5 minutes.
It's not that old, though. 2018.
No, it's not old.
I feel
But
like
it's on all the time.
It's going by quick,
Did you like the original?
It's okay.
Yeah. I like Tom Hardy as it.
Yeah.
I think Tom Hardy plays a really good Venom.
So I think this was going to be a little bit better. They have Woody Harrelson playing Carnage.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson is playing the villain.
Must have ran out of money or something.
Yeah.
And that's crazy, going from White Man Can't Jump all the way to
White
playing an
Man
evil
Can't
villain
Jump.
with the animated suit on.
It's crazy it's crazy how time just expresses your villainous to come out.
Maybe he's getting old and angry.
Yeah, you're right.
So, and here's another now that one will come out also October 1st.
Oh, so these are all this year movies.
Yeah. These are all
hell
this year.
yeah.
So, and one of my favorites that'll be coming out. This is going to be a very good one, I think. It's called The Many Saints of Newark. Have you guys heard about this yet?
No.
This is going to be an intense one. It's going to be in theaters on October 1st and on HBO Max.
Okay.
This is so. Have you guys ever heard of the show The Sopranos?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay, are you a fan of The Sopranos?
Is this the one where he's growing up?
Yeah.
So he's growing up?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
I
so
have
this is
heard
like
about
it's
it.
like a prequel.
This is the story. This is the story of Tony
Interesting.
Soprano.
I like that.
That would be cool.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. I'm super
And this is
excited.
on
about
HBO.
This. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is about young Anthony Soprano growing up with his uncle and watching how his uncle does business.
Oh, sweet. So kind of. Oh, that's gonna
He's
be
learning
cool.
the trade.
Learning the trades, yeah.
Was Sopranos based on a true story?
No. I mean,
too
it's
bad.
probably based on, like,
You would have to
True
say
as we
it's-
know.
You would have to say it's based on a true story. I'd be crying out loud.
I don't know if it had like a certain specific persons that revolved around, but I'm sure
there's
it's
no
persons.
real Anthony Soprano.
Okay.
But he's it's played by James Gandolfini.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace. But that show was amazing.
Absolutely.
That show was amazing. Like I said before, my favorite movie was Goodfellas. But I didn't mind. Now, if you're a mafia fan though, which I am deep into that storyline, I love all that stuff. But if you guys haven't seen, and it's super long, what was the newest one that came out with Robert De Niro? And it was
The
super
Irishman.
long. The Irishman.
That was like 5 hours long.
It was a super long movie, but I found it super
Pretty damn
interesting.
good.
My wife was like, "Are you kidding me?" I found it super interesting though. But did you watch that one at all?
I saw a majority of it.
It's a long movie.
one.
What is it, like 3 hours and 30 minutes, something like that?
It's not as long as the Justice League Zack Snyder cut, which is like 4.5 hours, but
Oh my gosh.
still anything over 2 hours movie is pretty long, but
That's
it's better.
crazy.
Keeps me interested.
So the next movie that'll be coming out will be October 8th, James Bond, No Time to Die.
Ooh,
This
another
will be-
Bond.
Another one.
This will be known as Daniel Craig's last James Bond
I was just about to
performance.
ask, is this going to be his last one?
This will be the last one,
This is his fifth
is what
one?
they're saying.
Okay.
So who knows if it'll be true.
When does that come out?
October 8th.
Nice, another in October.
Yep. October 15th, we have Halloween Kills. Now, do I really need to tell you the plot here?
Is it Mike Myers?
They're going to try to make this one the last one until
Michael Myers?
2030, I think.
Jeez. The Jamie Lee Curtis?
Jamie Lee Curtis is reprising
back.
her role.
She's going to have a kid, and then she's going to have a grandchild, and then it's going to continue on for another 50 years.
I think so.
It look from the preview that I've seen. If you guys haven't seen it yet, it looks pretty terrible. I mean, it's another Halloween movie.
It's another
Does it come
Halloween
out
movie.
Halloween Day?
No, October 15th.
Oh, okay.
October 15th.
Word up.
Fastest walk in history. Is that what that is? That guy
I still
he
don't
can
understand.
walk 5 miles and we could sprint and he'll beat us there.
Put him in a 5K already. Raise charity awareness.
Never figured that out.
Michael Myers.
I've never figured out that story yet. Like, I don't understand. Like, I feel like, don't they kill him in every single movie?
Just about.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I.
But hey, Halloween comes once a year.
Didn't Busta Rhymes kill him in a movie?
You gotta come back once a year, man. You gotta come back, you know.
I guess so.
I don't know, man.
All right, the next one we got is The Last Duel. This is a medieval story featuring Matt Damon. I'm sure you guys have seen the trailer for this one already.
Damon. I have.
They've really promoted this one.
And the guy who plays Kylo Ren in Star Wars.
Is that
He's-
Adam Driver?
Yes, Adam
Okay.
Driver. He's in it as well.
Yep.
That looks actually pretty badass.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a good movie. Ben Affleck's supposed to be in it too.
It says it's based on a true story too.
It is, and Ridley Scott's directing it. Ridley Scott's done a lot of good things.
Awesome.
So he actually has 2 movies coming out this in the next couple months.
Okay.
So the next movie is Dune. Have you heard of Dune yet?
Oh man, so I read the book when I was younger, and I watched the old movie, and it is awesome.
Really? That good?
I'm excited for the new movie.
Okay, so for those of us that don't know what Dune is about a brilliant and gifted young man named Paul, who's born into a great destiny beyond his understanding, must travel to the most dangerous planet in the universe to ensure the future of his family and his people. As malevolent forces explode into conflict over the planet's exclusive supply of the most precious resource in existence, only those who can conquer their own fear will survive.
Hell yeah.
Sounds like a lot to unravel.
It's a lot. It's been a while since the old movie came out, I think, before I was born, maybe.
Okay.
So there was a book. Was there a video game too?
I think there was an older video game. 'Cause it's
It would have been
pretty
like a
old.
computer game.
It might
Yeah.
be. It might
Yeah, I
be.
don't know. I have no
with a
idea.
floppy disk.
Floppy disk. That big black one. Just grab that.
Yeah.
Shove it in your modem.
Yeah, that one with the, what is it? Oregon Trails. The old computer game.
The old Oregon Trails game. So now I don't know a lot of people in this cast. Timothy, is it Chalamet? Kalame?
Oh, this is for
I don't know.
Dune?
Yeah. This is
I only know a few people in it.
Yeah,
but
Rebecca Ferguson, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin's in it, Dave Bautista,
Yep.
Zendaya. So a couple of them people are in there. Jason Momoa's in it as well.
Yeah.
Aquaman guy. So the next one we have is The Harder They Fall. This is about when an outlaw discovers his enemy is being released from prison. He reunites his gang to seek revenge.
Never heard of it.
So it should be a different one.
Is this in theaters? Or?
It doesn't say. But it comes out November 3rd.
Okay.
This is a majority black cast, actually, though, for a Western. So it's actually the first Western ever with a majority black cast. So it's gonna be
Sweet.
super interesting to watch.
Awesome.
Idris Elba, who's an amazing actor, is going to be heading this.
Ooh, he's going to be in it?
Yeah, he's actually, I think he's the main guy.
I like Idris Elba.
Yeah, he's amazing. So I'm excited to see that one. Adam, I'm going to let you take away this next one because I have no idea what this is, and Adam is our huge Marvel expert over here. So
Eternals. Adam, take it away. Director Chloe Zhao, cast Jim. I mean,
it comes out November 5th, right?
Yeah, November 5th. It's basically like another. It basically is a Marvel movie. I don't know. It's hard to explain. They're just Eternals that have been just like waiting around. If you ever watched all the the Marvel stuff, they always ask
And
like
these are superheroes that have like basically been alive
forever.
They're
They're like,
they're
where have you
now
been?
just like coming above.
Yeah, they're like, hey, they're in the
coming
whole Thanos snap thing. Where were you guys during that? And
Yeah.
they're gonna basically just, I don't know. I'm really excited. It's been a while since I read the comic books, but now they're coming out with that. I don't know how to describe it.
So one of the biggest movies though that now is anticipated, and I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's a star-studded cast movie called Red Notice that comes out November 12th. From what we hear right now, Netflix is actually taking it from Universal to premiere on their platform.
Really?
That's the story. So the cast is The Rock, Gal Gadot, who plays Wonder Woman, and Ryan Reynolds.
Oh wow!
Wow.
So, and here's the storyline of it. It's an Interpol-issued red notice is a global alert to hunt and capture the world's most wanted. But when a daring heist brings together the FBI's top profiler, played by The Rock, and two rival criminals, Gal Gadot and Ryan Reynolds, there's no telling what will happen. So it's kind of leaving it open for us. But it's
Just having big name actors, just like the Eternals. They have what's her name? It says Angelina Jolie
yeah, Angelina Jolie is in the
in Eternals, but
as
Red
well.
Notice, you said The Rock,
The Rock, Gal Gadot, and
Ryan
Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah, so it's a huge star-studded, and that's just the three of them, but there's more in that as well.
Okay.
So the next one we got is Ghostbusters Afterlife. Finally,
Hell yes.
it's gonna come out. It's been like put back. I don't know, Ryan, if you're a Ghostbusters fan or not, but we know that Ghostbusters actually, this movie was supposed to come out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
They actually had it already shot. They had promotion posters out. I remember going to the movie theater and they had the trailer already out
Yes.
saying that it was coming
And I
out
was like,
in
oh,
the
this
summer
looks
of
so awesome.
2019.
Holy cow!
Now all the kids are like grown up and they have to like reshoot some shots
Yeah,
and
they had to
stuff. Because some
reshoot
kids
the
from the
cast.
Stranger Things cast.
Yeah.
Had a couple
Okay.
in there, so they're like,
Yep.
"Oh, you're old now, so let's we gotta
insane.
redo this." So I
Yeah,
was
they
like,
had to,
"Damn it!"
yeah, they have to do like CGI to a lot of the cast members and stuff like that. It's going to be insane.
But I'm excited that it's finally coming out.
Yeah, because Paul Rudd's going to be in it, Bill Murray's going to be in it, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson.
That's cool.
So
a lot
all-
of them are back.
Yeah, all the originals. So, and it's basically now. Correct me if I'm wrong, Adam, but this story is basically about like the Ghostbusters kind of being put away for a while, and then like kids find their car and like find all the gadgets and
So,
stuff.
so it's going to be
That's on a
like
farm or something.
Yeah,
it's going to be like
yeah.
off the originals from like it's Vigo.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
off the old one from that. So, but I think it's going to be like their grandchildren.
Oh,
I
okay,
think it's
interesting.
Yeah, they're finding like, hey, what's this Ghostbuster thing? Oh, you just found ghosts now.
Cool,
I
cool.
don't know what the plot is, but
All right, it's a cool deal. That one comes out
excited.
November 19th.
I'm excited.
Also, November 19th, we have King Richard, the story of Richard Williams, which is the father of Serena and Venus Williams,
Oh, okay.
played by
really?
Will Smith.
Oh, cool.
That'd be good.
And they're saying that he's already looking at an Oscar for this portrayal.
Really?
Not
Yeah.
surprising.
I didn't know. I didn't know Venus and Serena's dad was like
I think it's just the
movie worthy.
Well, I
of
think
some
it's the
sort.
story of them, but it's centered around their dad, basically.
Gotcha.
Preaching the values of tennis and instilling that in his daughters. I think.
Okay.
So, but the movie is called King Richard. So, I mean, it is based on the father, I think. But he wouldn't have a movie if it wasn't for his daughters. Let's
That's
be real.
That's true.
You know what I
Said
mean?
it, not me.
I mean, I'm just saying. I think Serena's done her fair share.
There's a lot of good movies coming out.
There is. So another good movie that'll be out November 24th is House of Gucci. This is the story of the 1995 murder of famous fashion icon Maurizio Gucci by his ex-wife Patrizia Reggiani.
I didn't know he was murdered.
Yes, and Adam Driver is
cool.
is playing Maurizio Gucci.
Oh, dude!
And-
Spoiler: he dies. He gets murdered.
And guess who's playing Patrizia Reggiani though? Lady Gaga.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it looks pretty cool.
God.
Looks pretty cool though. The next one is Don't Look Up. This will be out December 10th in theaters, and then December 24th on Netflix. So the day before Christmas. This is going to be an interesting one. It says it's a drama and a comedy. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, Jonah Hill, and Tyler Perry.
Good cast.
Good cast. Here's the plot though.
I think have I seen this
It's
preview?
It's called Don't Look Up. So goes the plot of Adam McKay's Don't Look Up, which stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence as two scientists responsible for warning the public about an impending meteor crash.
Yeah, I have. They have.
But yet it's supposed to be a comedy, so I'm
They do have a
interested.
preview, and it looks pretty damn funny.
Does it really?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
I haven't seen the preview
it
yet,
does.
so that's interesting. Also, we have Spider-Man No Way Home, December 17th.
That's gonna be badass.
Yep.
That's
so
gonna be
you're
really
a fan of
cool.
that one, I know, for sure.
I like superheroes, man.
You love superheroes. And the last one we got is Nightmare Alley. This comes out December 17th. This will be a thriller / noir type of crime film. This is going to star Bradley Cooper, Kate Blanchett, and William Dafoe. Adapted from the 1946 novel of the same name, Nightmare Alley, tells the tale of a con man, Stanton Carlyle, who's going to be played by Bradley Cooper, a former carnival worker who has developed quite the knack for misleading those around him.
Oh, so it's not Freddy Krueger.
Not Freddy Krueger.
Okay.
Not Jack the Ripper.
Gotcha. Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
Nightmare Alley.
So
Well, sweet. There's a lot of good stuff coming out.
there is a lot of good
dig it.
stuff coming out. And I got one last story before we head off here today.
Okay.
2 alleged gang associates arrested after trying to smuggle KFC into lockdown Auckland. So this did not happen in the United States. This happened in Great Britain.
So wait, what were they trying to do?
So here's the thing. During COVID right now, overseas right now, the big thing is that they're not allowed to travel to certain cities, which means that people can't get fast food.
Okay.
These guys robbed a KFC worth $70,000 or had money stolen worth $70,000 American. And then they had
Some chicken?
a car full of chicken and coleslaw that they tried to smuggle back over.
So they tried to take the money and the food back over.
Yes.
And they,
So before you spoil it, should we try to figure out how they smuggled it?
That's a good question. I don't think anybody knows that question or knows the answer to that question yet. That's the funny part. But why would you? Why would you? First off, how did they cook it? That's what I want to know.
Frozen chicken?
Yeah, is it frozen chicken?
I just want to know. You said they stole all the money, and they're like, before we go, Give me number 8.
According to authorities, though, we had a KFC theft
Yeah.
in Auckland. I don't know exactly where Auckland is. Do you guys know where Auckland is?
To the UK?
Oh, it's in New Zealand.
Oh, wow.
So 2 New Zealand men were arrested earlier this week after attempting to transport a car full of Kentucky Fried Chicken, French fries, and 10 tubs of coleslaw across an Auckland border.
So they weren't trying to get it into the jail.
No.
That makes more sense.
No. They were just smuggling because they're not allowed to. They're not allowed to cross like cities.
With fast food.
Yeah, because of
Wow,
DBOC.
that's strict, huh?
That's strict, man.
Wow.
That's strict. So yeah, and literally the report says, "Yep, you read that correctly." Local New Zealand police say that the 2 men, whom they refer to as gang associates, began driving erratically as the vehicle did a U-turn and sped off trying to evade police. Once they were apprehended, police discovered the equivalent of $70,000 in New Zealand. What do you call that? Currency.
Okay.
According to authorities, this is the second fast food related crime that has taken place with these new COVID new restrictions. Another New Zealand man attempted to leave Auckland to get McDonald's and was fined after documenting his escape on TikTok.
Jeez.
Guess that's
Idiot.
asking for it.
Yeah.
New Zealand police say that they are generally pleased with the actions of the majority of the people adhering to the alert level restrictions, but are disappointed by the small number of people who deliberately flout the rules. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern mirrored these sentiments in a news conference, saying that I leave it up to the entire community to uphold the rules for life and go back to normal. Our success has been really based on the fact that people by and large have been compliant. However, there has been the odd person that has broken the rules and put others at risk. So yeah, you're not allowed to steal chicken and take it to your home. First off, though,
We can't steal chicken and bring it to our home?
you're not allowed to eat fast food over there right now.
Oh, just like in certain cities, you can't.
Yeah.
Like, even if you buy it.
No, like you're not allowed. Basically, I think you're just not allowed to go across. Like, if we were New Zealand, we're not allowed to go to Lima to go get fast food. We have to buy what's in our area.
Right. Sorry, what you said? You said we're not allowed stealing food?
Well, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
no.
technically, yeah, you're not allowed to steal.
Yeah, not supposed to steal anything.
Yeah, you're not. We went over this earlier. I've never stolen anything.
That's crazy. You can't buy food literally from like a town over and bring it over. They're like, freeze. You're in jail now.
Yeah.
Give me
like
your...
the one guy got fined, it said.
That's it. Well, at least they didn't go to...
These-
I mean,
these
I'm sure they go into jail after stealing everything.
Yeah, I mean, like the $70,000, I get that part, but like if they just stole chicken and coleslaw, and we're like speeding and racing cops,
What was the amount of food? Is it?
it just said 10 tubs of coleslaw, tons of French fries, and I think it was like 10 to 12 buckets of chicken.
Good
Okay.
God.
That's a lot of chicken.
That's a lot.
That
of
is a
chicken.
lot of coleslaw and chicken. Golly.
I wonder if it was just like all array in the back seat, like after their chase with the police, like, just like what in the Kentucky Fried Chicken happened back there?
Bring it to the police impound and be like, here's dinner, boys. You can't return it. It's just
return
buffet out of the back of his car. Gosh.
Oh man. Well, hey, we want to thank everybody for joining us for episode 5
Thank you.
of The Social Guys. We want to thank Ryan Place from Merritt Real Estate Professionals coming
Thank
in
you, guys.
and explaining a little bit about what he does.
Killed it. I know a lot more now.
Yeah.
Real.
And really thanking him for figuring out some of these questions with us that we had, especially some
trying-
of our fan questions.
Trying the bean boozles,
Trying
too.
to bean boozle.
Sorry you guys had some...
We're going to let Adam get some water in him, probably go take a bath in cold water today.
Yeah, with that that one chip challenge was definitely eye opener. I still was like speechless. My body's so like coursing inside me. I'll give you an update next week on how it comes out the other end. God.
All right, guys. Hey, we're going to take off. Treg Rains, Adam Elker with The Social Guys. Thank you, Clue Studio, our sponsors for the studio. Thanks, Ryan, for joining us again. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.